Welcome gaming nerds back to SGWP Gaming. Thank you all for tuning in on the last episode and giving me the feedback. That was very welcome. So due to that, I have decided to continue and do another one. So I am Captain Smewes from Superglued Wooden Pirates, the #1 podcast for your movies and general pop culture in the Black Country. And today I'm going to be talking about Streets of Rage 4. Let's go! So what is Streets of Rage? Streets of Rage is a side-scrolling beat-em-up, published and developed by Sega. That's Sega, not Sega, not Sega, but Sega. The first 3 games were released in the early 90s, with the first game coming out in 1991, followed directly the year after in 1992 by Streets of Rage 2, which is still considered one of the best Sega Mega Drive games ever released. Fans love it. It took a couple of years for the third one to come out in 1994. This game wasn't as well received by the fans of the franchise. Even with a more complex story, faster pace and longer levels, something quite didn't hit home for the hardcore fans. So the game is pretty much led by 2 main characters really, who are in all 4 games. The first being Axel Stone, the blonde white tank top muscle wearing guy with the blue headband on. He's pretty badass and he's got a move called the Grand Upper Fireball Badass Uppercut. And he pretty much leads the franchise, he's like the main character if you will. And he's joined by his partner Blaze Fielding, who is a more faster but weaker character who pretty much looks like a stripper or hooker rather than a fighter, with long black hair, always wearing like a red mini skirt, short skirt with a red bra and a leather jacket. She's a hottie basically. They're also joined by other people in the franchise, such as Adam Hunter, who was in the first game. He's then joined by the rest of his family in the other games, like Eddie Hunter, aka Skate, and Cherry Hunter, his daughter, in the latest instalment, number 4. Now, after number 3, there was no more games ever done. Despite talks of sequels to come out on the Saturn or the Dreamcast, nothing ever came of them, which is such a shame because it probably would have saved the Sega consoles, let's be honest. But yeah, nothing ever happened, nothing ever came of them, and then we fast forward 25 years later and we get number 4. Now I'm going to get my notes out here because I can get these names wrong, especially the one Dotemu. So yeah, the game is developed by Lizard Cube and Dotemu. Anyway, who did the remake of the Wonder Boy game, Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap. And after the success of that game, they decided to approach Sega and say, hey, we want to do Streets of Rage game, what do you think? Sega loved the idea and handed over the license and said, go, get to it. So they took it away and started development in 2018. So it was in the same year as 2018 where we got a sneak peek of what was going on. A lot of people were scared of what was going to happen, including myself. You know, after a franchise has been away for such a long time and then they're going to bring it back, you're like, I'm going to mess it up. It's not going to be Streets of Rage. You know, do you remember the remake of Final Fight? And that double dragon, was it Neon? What was that all about? Jesus, come on. So we're more scared. It took 2 years, 2020, and Streets of Rage 4 finally comes to our consoles on Xbox One, Switch and PlayStation 4. This game is amazing. I've got to be honest, it's truly stuck to the style of Streets of Rage. As soon as the game comes on and the title screen is there, you get that feel straight away, I'm in a Streets of Rage game. When you press start and you're selecting your characters with 2 new characters, which is Cherry Hunter, the daughter of Adam Hunter, and some guy, I can't remember his name now, I never use him, he's got metal arms. He was the apprentice of the doctor from number 3, I think it was, Dr. Zen, his apprentice. So there you go, you've got 4 characters. Now on this game, you can actually play 4 characters, like multiplayer. You can have 4 people. Now I've played this multiplayer with my partner, 2-player, and as in the old games, you can hit each other. So when you're trying to kick the crap out of a boss and the other person gets in the way, you're kicking the crap out of the other person, and you're like, fuck off! I'm fighting here! And it causes arguments. So imagine 4 people. I've not tried it with 4 people yet, but I can imagine it's absolute carnage. So the game has hand-drawn graphics and a fantastic art style, really capturing the essence of what Streets of Rage was. Even though when I dived into this game I was expecting it to be a bit different and you're going to be running around doing Hadoukens in the air and everything, it wasn't that at all. It really does stick to the formula of what the original games were. Walking up onto the level, people come at you, you have to beat them before you get to move on. And it just runs so beautifully, and the nostalgia in the game is fantastic, with characters popping up in the story from the original games, and you're like, holy shit, it's him, holy shit, it's her, and it's beautiful. And slight spoiler, but when you get so far into the story, Adam becomes unlockable as a playable character as well, and you're like, oh shit! The nostalgia in the game is just absolutely amazing. The fighting is beautiful. You can still grab and do your slam him into the ground or fling him across the screen just like you did in the older ones. Picking up the weapons. Picking up the weapons. Do you remember picking up an iron bar and just swinging it and smashing them? On this one you can throw it. You can throw them on the old one, I know, but on this one you throw it and it bounces back. If you hit the button you can catch it and do it again. So you're throwing the metal bar, catching it, throwing it, catching it, and then doing these crazy ass combos, which is beautiful. Every character has their own skill set as well, special moves if you will. To do these you do use health. It takes a bit of health off you, but if you keep a combo up without getting hit, you get that health back. So you have to you see, I can't talk on the podcast and I can't talk on these videos neither, it's insane. Strategically, you have to work it out and make sure you do it at the right times. If you're absolutely surrounded by people, don't go using your special moves, because the chances are you're going to get hit from behind. So do it when it's just right. If you're up against a more difficult character and there's nobody behind you, use your special moves, because you know you can just combo him back to get that health back. It also still has your main special move, your star move if you will, when you hit Y and B or triangle and circle, whatever console you're playing it on, and you do your special. So with Axel, mind went blank, you do the crazy Hadouken uppercut if you will, and it's insane. And Blaze does like this crazy thing where he goes in the air goes like things go on, it's mental. The guy with the metal arms does like a Iron Man Sonic Blast thing, and it's crazy but beautiful. It's beautiful to look at and it's beautiful to play. So there you go, that's pretty much the gameplay of the game. If you like Streets of Rage, this stays to the formula and it is a Streets of Rage game. It runs just like the old ones but looks better, it's fresh, it's been breathed life into it. So the last thing I'm going to say is the soundtrack. It's Streets of Rage soundtrack, dude. So again, I'm not good with pronouncing names, so let me get this right here. So in the original games, the composer for the soundtracks, the score if you will, was Yuzo Koshiro and Motohiro Kawashima, okay? So yeah, Yuzo Koshiro, he did the original 1, 2 and 3 I believe, and he had nothing to do with number 4, and then he got sent a demo and he played the demo. After playing the demo, he was like, oh shit, this is great, I've got to get in on this. So then he joined the development team in 2019, early 2019, and got the score done. So it's got that original techno sound of Streets of Rage 2, being one of the best soundtracks to a game, by all means. So there you go, the sound is also fantastic. Talking about the nostalgia of the game, there's these arcades what you find, and if you get a taser and you hit these arcades, you actually go to the old levels. So you got your fresh new, beautifully painted new character and the old style game fighting the old style enemies. Beautiful, nice little touch there, and I do believe that there's a lot of hidden features in this game, unlockable characters that you can get, and so much to achieve from the game. So there you go, that's pretty much Streets of Rage 4 in a nutshell. Don't want to give too much away. So go and get it for I think it's £15, £15.99 on the PlayStation 4. If you've got the Xbox, it's free if you've got the Game Pass. If not, you're looking at around the same price. So for less than £20, it's a goddamn steal. The game is fantastic for old retro gamers and for new gamers who have never played a Streets of Rage game before. This is the time to jump in and get all that nostalgic feel, okay? And then when you've done it, get the Mega Drive Genesis collection and play Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3 again. Because let's face it, they're fantastic games. So thanks for joining me back on episode 2 of SGWP Gaming. I'm sorry if I messed a couple of things up. I see, this is the difficult part. I am a Nintendo fanboy doing a review on a Sega game. So a lot of Sega people, I mean, this is a punishment by death by a lot of people. So thank you, Sega fans, for listening to me talk about your game. Go and play Streets of Rage 4 and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.